them. You have to nominate for at least $1. Like you nominate person and like say I nominate blank for one. Not you know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay. Makes sense.
Yep. So E, you're here, right? You good?
Yeah.
Fuck. I don't know if you want to go live and we can just bullshit
Yep,
things
just
off.
kick right now, actually. So,
Perfect.
want to welcome any viewers here. It's Sonsa TV. We'll be streaming the RLTP Draft today.
So E, you're here, right? Yep. And we got myself, Jado, and Franz, the two commissioners here, hanging out. Fuck. I don't know if we're kind of giving you like an overview of the Franz. You want to talk about the league overview real quick? Perfect.
So what we're going to be having is a tiered system, and we have 24 teams, so that means that there will be 8 teams in each tier.
Right, and the draft is going to be done with an auction, which is pretty unique. It's not going to be everyone picks who they want. You're going to have to balance your budget and bid on players against every other captain, so we think that's going to be really exciting.
And the cool thing about this is that your transfer points will be carried over into different ways to get players, such as the free agency pool, where you can pick up free agents from the development league, as well as free agent signups.
Wait, so to clarify, if you have leftover money, you can use that for free agency?
Exactly. And,
Absolutely.
Oh, that's nice.
And transfer points carry over from season to season.
Yeah, so, and teams are going to stay largely the same too. I believe right now we're talking about having 6 of your 8 players. Like at most, you keep 6 of your 8 players. So there will be some turnover, so it's not going to be the same exact team, but it will be pretty similar from year to year, which we think will get a lot of people more interested. What else, Franz? What do you think?
Let's see, Jado is a scrub.
That's fair. That's fair. Is there a Reddit live thread? Are we going to be giving out the Reddit live thread, or are we just going to let it show on the stream? I don't think we should give it out because I don't want enough people talking and all that bullshit. I'd rather keep it limited to captains. So we'll let Ron and E do the talking. They know what's going on, right? E, no.
Hey, yeah.
What's your thoughts, E? You got some thoughts?
Not really. I mean, I just talk about players mostly. I don't understand the system as well as other people. I'm really interested to see how the auction draft goes, because I think it's going to be something that other leagues are going to start using more and more.
Yeah, I believe MLTP is going to implement it, right?
Yeah, they're considering it at least for the first few rounds. I don't know. Are you guys doing like every round auction draft stuff?
Yes. It's except for the co-captain draft, which some of you may know it already occurred.
Yeah.
So we have each team as a captain and a co-captain.
Yeah.
Life is good. The auction will start with Krosky, go up to VZ, then VZ down to Krosky. It'll be like a reverse snake nomination order. So I'll be making posts as the auctioneer saying who's on the clock.
Wait, so it does Krosky, VZ, and then
No,
Kazoo?
Krosky, Kazoo, Slip, like Krosky all the way up to VZ, and then VZ all the way back down.
Okay.
Yep. So I think we're gonna go kind of get everything sorted out and get ready to draft. Ron and E, you can kind of bullshit your way through this for a little bit, a couple minutes.
Talk about how I'm the best captain.
Talk about player, some sleepers, who's the best left, who looks good to start, that kind of thing, you know?
Who has the best name?
Yep, that too. Logos. Alright, I believe in you.
Good luck, guys.
So I'm just pulling up the big board here to see what we're looking at for players. Is it my understanding these highlighted blue players are probably co-captains?
I believe so, yes.
Okay.
Or captains and co-captains. Or are they just captains, actually?
So we got a few people.
Yeah.
A few people at the top here with majors experience and minors experience. Looks like we've got a lot of novice A team, some B team as well, and even quite a few people towards on here as well that have no league experience. So definitely a diverse mix of prior experience coming into this season of RLTP.
Yeah, absolutely. It'll be interesting to see people coming from if captains are going to start picking minor players or NLTP players over some others, maybe people that they know or people that they know are going to be reliable, turning up to games and things like that.
Right, and one of the things too to mention is that it's going to be slightly different than a lot of the other leagues drafts that we're familiar with. It is going to be an auction draft. Each captain gets a budget of 100 Tag Pro coins, I guess, and what they'll be doing is bidding on it via this Reddit live thread here, and that will be slightly different just because each player will go for their market value rather than luck of the draw. So it'd be kind of interesting to see how the captains choose to manage that.
Yeah, absolutely. It's I think a lot more strategy involved than with the regular snake order that's usually employed for league tournaments in Tabra. I don't really know. If I were a captain, I don't really know how I'd go about assigning points to players, how much to bid on for the first players and things like that, and leaving it up in the team to have like a well-rounded team. Sure. No, that's fine. Yeah, but I think it's going to be, there's quite a lot of variation. We'll see in captain strategies, but I don't really know the best way to go about it. So it'll be really interesting to see, and I think it should pave the way for other auction drafts in the future. Hopefully those captains can look on this and see with the benefit of hindsight.
That's a good point. I've been seeing people talk about that for a potential history of MLTP drafts, even maybe next season. People have been tossing that around. It looks like we're starting on the draft here. They're going for ginseng to start things off. For 5, it looks like the bid's already up to 15 here. Any thoughts? What do you think ginseng will go for?
I'd be surprised if we went for under 50.
Yeah, that's a good point.
But whoever gets them is they're gonna have to field another 7 people with 50 or less points.
Already up to 40 there. Nice big jump there by King Richard 152. Unfortunately, that's the Reddit names, not the.
I know, it's really frustrating. That would be Left Nut.
Okay, Left Nut.
With their big bids there.
So Left Nut sitting there with 40.
I think he's 30 seconds on that 40 bid.
Okay.
And then it'll be his. But I'd be stunned if Ginseng only went for 40. 41. Oh my goodness.
Oh wow. I was gonna say that was a good strategy though by Left Nut. He bounced the bid straight up to 40, trying to catch everyone off guard.
No, it's very smart.
We got a couple people asking
Always
in the
scan this section.
Sorry.
We got a couple people in the chat. Just to cover it for anyone that did miss it, there's going to be a budget of 100 coins for each captain, just 100. So we're already going up to 41. We're expecting it to possibly go up to 50. Although a lot of people.
Magnifier.
That 41 bit is from himself.
Start narrator. Start on screen keyboard.
I'm really surprised that Ginseng is only going to go for 41.
Set up high contrast.
I think Jado's gonna knock this off.
Start magnifier.
Oh geez, I've got my computers like talking to me now.
Oh no.
Start narrator.
Oh geez.
Ryan, Sway,
Start on screen
Hey,
keyboard.
what's up? Accessibility on or something. I don't know how to fix this. now with
I can hear you. I don't know if they can hear you in the stream off.
All right, I want to apologize there. We had a little bit of technical difficulties here. I think we've got it fixed, though. We're getting a little hate in the chat, but we should be up and ready to go. Let me get the picture back on.
Is this streaming, Rob?
Yep, we
Are we
are back
back?
now. Yep.
Awesome. So what happened was that Liftnut bid 40 for ginseng, and then at the last second, Frange himself bid 41. And then there was a bit of drama about whether it should be going up in ones or fives. And it seems people have agreed upon only using multiples of 5, at least for these players. And I don't know how this is going to pan out in the later rounds. Because that means you're going to have to spare quite a lot of points for later people. But it seems that they've given ginseng to Liftnut for 40 points, and I'd like to confirm that on the.
No, actually,
Is that not true?
Ginseng went to Frange for 41.
For 41? Oh, okay. Huh. Okay, it looks like they're about to. Okay, Frange. Okay, they're updating the spreadsheet right now. Okay, I see. Nice. Yeah, so yeah, they're updating it for Frange, so that's correct.
Do you know, is the spreadsheet link public? People are asking for it in chat.
I believe it is. I mean, I don't have any special permissions as far as I know. And it should be. I mean, they're updating it right now, but that's what it should look like there. I just posted it in the chat.
Excellent.
And they kind of, I don't know what they're doing. There's a couple of people updating it, and they put in ginseng in Frange's first pick, but deleted it soon after.
Yeah, they're probably still discussing the rule. It seems like they're, like you were saying, there's a little controversy on what the increment should be, 1 or 5. I'm in agreement. I think 5 is probably good, but
maybe over like a certain threshold, 5 would be good. But I think when you're getting into like the later rounds,
that's a good point.
A minimum bit of 5 is going to be pretty high. There we go. There's ginseng.
All right, so the official placement of ginseng looks like Frange able to get it for a 41.
That's good. I hope we can move on here. So that was Krosky. Had the opening bid there for ginseng. So now does it go to Kazoo? I believe that's how it works, and it goes in order, and then Kazoo.
Okay, so we're now heading to the next nomination here. Is that correct?
Mm-hmm. I believe so. Yeah.
Okay.
Kazoo's going to choose someone, and have a starting bid of. I think the starting. I don't know what starting bid he has to have, but okay, yeah, no, they just said that Kazoo's up. Hope Kazoo's online. I haven't seen him around. He's been very quiet. Maybe he is. Oh, there we go. He put a bit on making bacon, which is kind of interesting.
So very interesting. You did say you'd be surprised if the ginseng went for 40 or anything under 50. He ends up going for 41, considerably under 50.
Yeah.
Are just people not used to the draft format, or are you seeing different strategies?
I'm a little bit surprised that ginseng would go for only 41, but possibly there's some issues with his availability. I don't know, but if he's available for all the games, I think that's an absolute steal.
All right, looks like we have Making Bacon drafted up to 15 now by, again, I think that's, who is that got the first draft? Franj. Got it up to 15.
King Richard is left nut again.
Oh, left nut, correct, yep.
And then Krosky bid 20.
Okay.
And Making Bacon's he's a good player, of course.
And it's still at 20. Looks like stalling here. We might get a, I think, 30 seconds on the clock. So we're probably close to a first call.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, shoot. I think
there we go.
I think the red may have gotten leaked via the stream. But that's cool.
The Reddit. Oh, the
live thread, yeah. But that's fine.
I don't think you can post on it unless you have.
Yeah, I think it's set up permissions correctly, so that's cool.
Yeah, that's cool. Oh, there we go. Now the sun, but Jado called are going once, and then they got bumped up again. It seems that Krosky, who's and another player are outbidding themselves. It's up to 27 now with Krosky's bid. And Crash 4-4 is Slip. So this is going between Slip and Krosky outbidding each other.
All right, we got the going once call by John Doe. At 27, even just an interesting slow start. I expected there'd be some of the first round players going for pretty high, but they might be trying to get some depth in their roster by saving some more points. I mean, 27, that's already a quarter of your points, but you'd think you could spend a little more than a quarter of your points for your first draft player.
Yeah, I would have thought they'd be going for a little bit higher, but looking down the big board, we see, I mean, there's a lot of really good players with Nub and Luke Moo and Shaba and Chicknate and Ludifus, of course. And there's a lot of really good players, so maybe people are looking to spread it out a little bit more than I would have expected.
Yeah, and it looks like Krosky able to pick up Making Bacon for 27, and I think you're right with the depth of such great players, quite a bit of talent here. I think that they don't feel as desperate to have to waste, blow so many on their first pick.
Yeah.
Who's up now? It looks like Slip has been nominated.
Yeah, Slip is nominating Shaba.
Correct. Yep.
Who have been excellent.
Now Shaba's already up to 30 pretty quickly.
Yeah. No, that's.
Looks like 3 people are involved in the bidding here right now.
Yeah, and it seems to be the same people. King Richard is left nut, and then Colossus is Krosky, and then the 33 bid is actually by Puppy.
All right, up to 36 by, I'm not sure who that is.
Sure, I looked it up before.
I need I'm gonna make a list here.
Precious Slip.
That'd be good. That's Slip again, who opened the bidding. So obviously, I don't think either of the people that started the bidding actually got their bids. Ledge bids 37, just continuing that trend. They snuck in there right at the end. The show is obviously a very experienced player, so it doesn't surprise me that these guys are high. And Slip bids 40. I can imagine a Slip and Shaba team would be pretty dominant by themselves.
Yeah, and we're already approaching the top bid. So far, the highest player to go was the first player, and that was Ginseng for 41 points. but still at 40, going once, going twice. And there's the sold to Slip. Slip gets drafted, or drafts. Who is that?
He picks up Shaba for 40.
Shaba for 40.
I think that's just pretty good deal.
It's a good pickup, definitely.
Yeah. A little bit of confusion here about whose turn it is to start off the.
Yeah, it looks like it's Uber
bidding.
Nub.
It should be Uber Nub, yeah. And the Uber Nub's already got Jim as the co-captain, so that's a really strong team already. With 100 points available to Uber Nub, is obviously going to be in a very good position. He bids 5 for Stan. It's reaching a little bit down the big board, I believe, to open with Stan. Stan in 37th. Which is pretty high given all the captains and co-captains already taken for.
Up to 31.
There's quite a bit more variation here in the bids with Norse and Frange and Kazoo and Ubenov himself trying to outbid.
Yeah, it looks like Stan is being bid right now, and he's up to 40 already. 41 now. He's tied with the largest amount. Do you know who that is?
That's Ubenov.
Ubernov, okay.
So obviously pretty keen on picking up the player that he nominated. I know that Stan is very highly rated. It's a relatively new player, I believe, compared to some of these other players that have been bid on and the co-captains and such.
So I think.
Really highly rated.
Oh, he comes back in again. Ubernub again with 43, as you're saying. He did nominate him. He's probably going to want him up to 45 by, I'm not sure who Kazoo is.
That is Kazoo.
That's Kazoo.
Oh, that's easy enough.
This is the highest. It's the highest. Stan's gone for more than Ginseng did.
Yeah, and we're already at 50, so they're going to be looking at spending at least over half their budget on one player here now. 51 by Kazoo.
So it's surprising. I would have thought that Ginseng would go for more than Stan, but if Stan's been around saying that he'll be available and things like that,
I think you're right. It's the whole picture, right? The availability is a big part of it as well, rather than just skill. Looks like Ubernup has kind of dropped out. I don't know if he's laying low right now or if he might be pushed past his budget here. We might hop in at the last minute, but Ledge has him for 55 so far, and there's the sold. Ledge picks up Stan for 55 points, Take Pro dollars. We do have a couple more people asking in the chat. Each captain does have 100 starting Take Pro coins to go, and you just saw 55 of them spent by Ledge. To pick.
I think each team needs 6 more people to make 8 people with the captain.
8 captain teams, yep. And they did already draft co-captains, if I remember correctly. So you'll see here's the layout. Captains are on the left-hand side here, and we've got co-captains in the first column, and then we're filling in the third players as the first draft round here. Stan picked up for 55. On to the 5th round. I think we're ready for nominations. We already got it. Build-A-Cat nominated. Quite a bit of diverse bids here as well. Already up to 40 Tag Pro coins. 55, 56. Wow, that was a very quick one. He's probably going to go for a lot.
Yeah, that's really high.
Wait, who is this? Is this... Yeah, Build-A-Cat, is that correct?
Yes, that we're bidding on, yeah.
Wow, still moving up very quickly here. Snowball with 57.
Back to 58 with North, and then Snowball and also, oh my goodness, 62. That's very, very high for a single player. Now,
65.
65 is Snowball.
Yeah, Ginseng is here in the chat, and he's saying that he didn't really think 41 was very high. You know, he's saying that he thought like Turbo or someone would go for like 90. I think he was a value pickup. I think people just weren't ready to put their money out. It seems as it's going along, the bids are going higher and higher.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, Build-A-Cat's obviously a very elite player. but I don't know, 25 more than Ginseng. I'm not sure about that. The captains might have just been a little bit off guard about what was going on there.
All right, sold to Nos for 66.
So that leaves North only 34 points to buy at least 5 more players. I think is what I understand the system is.
Looks like we're bidding now for Raven, up to 35 here by Trendy Grub. Kazoo kicking it up to 40. Raven's been going up pretty quickly too. I'm going to say over 50 for Raven at this rate. Yeah, there's 50 already by, I'm not sure who Lord Tuvington is.
It's Chelsea FC.
Chelsea FC, okay. Chelsea FC got it for 51 so far.
It's Kazoo's up at that. It's, yeah, I mean, Raven's obviously a really reliable player, so it's not surprising.
Ledge says all his money. That's an unorthodox strategy. He's only got 45 left. He's already out of the bid.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I mean, it's obviously a joke. I'm not sure how they're going to limit people from spending all their money before they.
Oh, that's correct. There's only 5 more after they get their first player.
Yeah, exactly. That's my understanding, at least.
Yep, I think that's correct if we need 8 players. Although, I'm not sure if all the rounds are going to be an auction style. I think I might have to reread that.
Kazoo at 60 for Raven.
Up to 62 now, going back and forth with who is that? We knew who that was earlier. Questus.
That's Krusky. Excuse me. He's back up to 66.
Yeah, how many does Krusky have left? He hasn't picked anyone up yet?
I don't believe so. He's
okay. No, he picked up Making Bacon for 27. So he's only got 73 left, and he's bidding 67. Wow, he's gonna.
Yeah, no, that'll leave him 4 points for the last.
He may not have enough. He's gonna do 70. Very unorthodox. He's only gonna leave himself 2 Tag Pro coins after this, going once for Krosky. Very interesting strategy.
I don't believe you can bid that high.
I see 73 on the sheet here. So
life is good as calling him out on that. Yeah, he only has 3.
Right, because if he has to pick up more players, you can't pick up more than 1. So yeah, that is an illegal bid, as they're saying, not going to count. I think that'll probably drop it down to 69 for Kazoo. We'll see how they sort it out.
I believe that's the case. Yeah. No,
although he did run it up. Some of these bids is 60. What was his last bid? 67. That would be legitimate. So that is correct. So Kazoo will take it 69.
Yeah, that's too much for Krusky.
Yeah, because each player will have to be bid for at least 1, I guess, at the end of it.
Oh, he's been sold. He's sold for 6. Raven was sold to Kazoo's team for 69.
Yep, which would have been the last legitimate bid. So that was resolved pretty quickly. Looks like Exquisite now on the clock to nominate. So it sounds like him and his co-captain may not be here.
Oh, that's terrible.
That's very unfortunate.
What are they going to do? I have no idea what they're going to do then. I'm surprised the bowler's not here, at least. It's because it's co-captain.
Sounds like they're giving him 30 seconds on the clock. Nope, we're just skipping right ahead to CB13 for nominations. Very unfortunate here for Exquisite and his co-captain.
Yeah, I don't know what they're going to do with this team. I mean,
it's Ebola. Oh yeah, Ebola was AFK. Oh shoot. Ebola was going to be commentating with us as well, but he was AFK in Mumble. They're not having issues.
Yeah.
Fortunate to have to miss the draft.
That would be really rough.
So hopefully they can come in. They missing your nomination isn't too bad. If you're able to come in though and at least be able to bid on people is an important part. So.
Yeah, definitely. And I guess these points are transferring over to the free agency and then actually even into next season, I believe. So maybe there's going to be a chance for Exquisite and Ebola to pick up some decent people.
Yeah, that's a good point. It might be an unorthodox strategy. Maybe it's even intentional. Well, I was thinking about it. Maybe it's not the best thing to nominate the player you're gunning for first, right? I mean, what does nomination do? It just puts them on the block.
Yeah, no, we talked about that before, and I think it's an interesting idea, but I think I kind of agreed that you should. It's best to put a bid on a player that you actually want to start off with in the rough order.
I suppose the downside would be you don't know what your budget's going to be. So if you end up picking someone else for a value while you're trying to hold for one of your best players that you really want, if you don't take advantage of it early, who knows what your budget will be at the very end. But it could lead to a cheaper pickup if you wait until a lot of players, blow high bids on other players.
Yeah, that's a good point.
I'd be surprised if not one captain gave that strategy a shot.
Yeah, I mean, and we're seeing something interesting here with an opening bid on Spaggett, who has no league experience whatsoever. So that's surprising. So that's CB13 that bid on that first.
Yeah, it looks like it sold the slip for 14.
That's interesting. I don't know anything about this. Oh goodness, I just closed that sheet. But maybe they know something that I don't.
Seems like slip might. Maybe we got a little bit of scouting work into that. A lot of times those can be the good value pickups.
Absolutely, but for your opening bid is somewhat surprising.
He might be doing the strategy we're talking about, though. If he had someone who was gunning for even more, picking
exactly.
someone that's not that person, people might be blowing their money before, and he's just saving it up, and he'd be able to spend it to pick up someone. So
yeah, Loj put an opening bid on Nub, who I believe is another European player.
Yeah, it looks like we're bidding for Nub here, going once at 39 for Snowball.
Yeah, Loj is looking pretty committed to getting him bidding 38, and yeah, Snowball's up there bid to 39.
All right, he's only got a couple seconds left if he wants to get it. There it is. I knew he was going to wait for the twice and come in there. 40 for Loj.
No, and Nub was the highest ranked non-captain or co-captain available to the captains in 15th position. I would be wary in general of picking up Europeans because the games are like super late at night, and sometimes it really pays off because a lot of excellent players there. But definitely something to consider is their availability going through the season. But I'm sure Loj knows more than pretty much anyone else about Nub's availability and obviously his skill and everything like that, which is undeniable. What's the bid at now? Oh, Snowball puts up Nub for 42.
What's going on, guys? Yeah, I've experienced auction drafts both in fantasy sports and in other online leagues, so I think I have a pretty good understanding of different strategies that captains can use.
Did you hear us talking earlier about potentially not nominating one of your players that you're gunning for at the very beginning, and then maybe gunning for him in one of the later rounds? What do you think of that strategy?
I think that's a good strategy, depending on how much other captains want him. Because if other captains also trying to wait for him, then it might not work out so well. If you think that most captains would probably bid on him, it's probably better to get him first and just see if you can get him, and then if not, go on with a different plan. Because if you spend your entire draft like holding up high, and then someone else outbids you for him, then you kind of you really have no options at that point.
Yeah, that's a good point. It's definitely a risk. It could pay off, but it does seem pretty risky. Cutting back to the draft here real quick, looks like Dodge is on the block right now, 45 for the leading bid by Sasson.
think is that Penguin? No.
See, I recognize that name.
Sozen
Yeah.
Sozen is Time Boy, I believe.
Oh yeah, no, that's right. Yeah, Time Boy. And then Ledge outfits. Wait.
45 to
45
140
as well.
I don't believe that's a legitimate bid. I think this is going to go to Time Boy.
I should go to Time Boy. Ledge hasn't corrected himself, but
It might have just been that they typed at the same time, and so
Yeah,
just
maybe
got
on
it
his
first.
screen, Ledge is first. Yeah, I mean, I don't know how that works, but
yeah. No, that we know.
oh yeah, see.
Ledge is very confused.
It seems like it's he's second on everyone else's screen. So
I think this is a concern I've had with Reddit Live format, in that there's a delay between when you post to when it shows up in the actual chat, so it can lead to disputes like this. But I don't think this is going to be a huge problem.
Huh. That's interesting, but everyone's yeah. That's concerning if that's the case. There's a little bit of lag.
oh, they're saying it was an illegal bid by Ledge as well. Let's look at the.
Oh yeah.
How many points does he have? Yeah, 45. So.
Oh yeah.
It's
Yeah, so-
irregardless.
Yeah, no, you couldn't have bid that. Oh my goodness. That's the second time this happened. I'm surprised captains have not really following how many points they have left. It seems kind of important.
So we've seen some interesting things. I think the first player was Ginseng, and he only went for 41. I think some people might have been surprised by that, and maybe people are just getting used to the format. Highest bid at 69 for Raven currently.
I think Raven is definitely deserving of that. He's a very strong player.
Yeah, definitely. No, the biggest surprise I think has been Ginseng for me at least. The Making Bacon was a little bit low as well.
Yeah, I mean, if you can bid 27 points, that's a quarter of your points on one player. I mean, that's not too bad. Player at Making Bacon's level.
Yeah, I mean, that's 3/4 of your starting lineup already there. So.
And who is? It looks like
Slide.
Slide is on that block.
It's obviously a very experienced player as
37.
well.
Absolutely, yep.
It's Chelsea FC 37, and then Ledge is bid 38, and he can't bid much higher than that because he's got 45 points there.
Slide also very high on the Ebola's big board here with Major's experience.
Yeah, definitely.
I see a lot of those at the top of the big board do have the Major's experience.
And I believe that is an illegal bid by Ledge again.
41 might be the most.
Oh, that might be.
He would be having four remaining players, right?
Yeah, four players with 4 points, so he could only put 1 point on each.
Yeah.
Ledge very aggressive with his bidding.
I don't think it's bad. I mean, the auction or like the signups, I think it goes really deep. So I wouldn't be surprised if we see a lot of players going for 1 point.
Yeah, that's a good point.
I might save more than 4 points to my last 4 players there, if it were me.
And this is going to most likely end up going to Chelsea FC, who just bid 42.
Yeah,
I think it's a reasonable bid. Yeah.
But he'll be offensive partnering with TPR, that being one of the stronger offensive pairs in the league.
Yeah, it's really strong, definitely. Yeah, I mean, already now we're seeing like these starting teams shaping up.
Wow, we're bidding on Vukmu now, and that's going up very quickly here. Also very high on the big board. You can see a lot of excitement in the captains. These bids are coming left and right, already up to 50.
Yeah, like a lot of people were waiting this one.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go out on a ledge and say he might get the highest bid so far. I think he might go for 70.
I think it depends on. I mean, someone like Kroski could easily. I mean, that would be Kroski, Tyrus, Making Bacon, and Luke Miller, and they still got 73 points. He hasn't actually bid on him, but that would be a super strong team. My goodness.
Yeah, these bids. Slippery Nuts has been Anybody familiar with who that is?
Goodness, I'll look it up.
He's been coming
I know
back.
that
You know,
name.
people have been outbidding him. He's been replying right away, and it looks like we're going back and forth between Slippery Nuts and
It's hell of a-
Anonymity.
I'm looking at the there's a contact info tab on the packet
Slippery Nuts
with the Reddit names, and it's
hell of a-
yeah, Halo file.
And then the enemy Mezi is VZ. So there are two people that haven't really bid up until this point, I don't think. There's a little bit of battle now.
Hellfire picking him up for 56.
Yeah, I think I'm surprised he actually went that low, considering the flurry of bids at the start. I thought he might have gone for over 60 there.
And another big name coming out here, Ludafisk.
That's gonna, yeah. It's already up to 36.
And
And
40.
Trinity looks pretty committed to picking him up, I think.
And how many does Trinity Grub have? Has he picked anyone up yet?
I think he's got all 100.
Okay,
available.
so he may be able to spend quite a few of
Yeah.
them. Yeah, he's coming back pretty
Yeah,
quickly.
definitely. Yeah. A little bit of a bidding war here. Yeah, 863 is Puppy. Oh yeah, no, the draft budgets haven't been updated for a couple of players.
I don't know if it's just that the Google Doc is so filled up that it's not updating, or if it just hasn't been updated.
Oh, I didn't realize that could happen.
We
Yeah.
have an appearance from Ebola.
Oh my goodness, Ebola's here.
Ebola, how's it going? Or is
I don't
he?
know. I'm
bidding?
talking about he just made a draft bid. And
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, yeah.
Yeah, he's
He's
probably.
It's
I'm
a
guessing
disposable account.
maybe the co-captain, or he is the co-captain. Maybe his captain's not here,
This captain's that driver's ed.
and so he's gonna have to be okay. Yeah, he's gonna have to be stepping in for the bidding.
Oh, okay. There's an updating going on in the last tab of the packet. It's called Sheet 22.
Trinity Grub is 65 for Ludafisk. It's a very high bid.
Fortunately, this tab does not show like the money remaining for each captain, I believe.
Ebola at 67, right at the last second. Trinity is determined to get Ludafisk here. He's just always upbidding right straight away.
That's another strategy that if you hesitate on your bid a little bit, it might make the other captain feel like they're not really worth a whole lot. If you bid immediately, the other captain's probably going to think that you're going to bid up a lot. You really want that player.
Yeah, definitely. Oh, is Trinity going to bid 70? That's almost that's quite a threshold, 69 to 70. I think even though it's just 1 point, it's going to be hard for a captain to justify spending 70 on one person, I think.
And Ebola's got it for 69 points.
Oh,
See, tying the highest bid so far. I think you're right. That 70 threshold, kind of the magic number. People not quite willing to go over.
Yeah, I mean it's completely, it's just a mental thing, but it's hard to justify 70 for a single person when you need to pick up 6 people.
Carl with AK in the comment section of the stream mentioning he thinks that most people will end up spending 90% of their budget on the first 2 picks. I think we've been seeing that the second pick has been taking up a large portion of people's budget after the first one.
Yeah, definitely. next, Bonafide opened with Trocus. I think it's reaching down a little bit into the big board. I don't know. He's at 35. He's a minus player. He only bid up to 21 for him.
Mikaso mentioning.
28. He's back. Sorry, go.
Yeah, Mikaso mentioning in the chat that he thinks that perhaps some captains are actually inflating the value here of different players that they actually don't want to try to get the other captains to spend more of their budget, and so they can maybe pick up some better picks for cheaper later on. Could be risky if you actually didn't want the player, but I could see that happening too. Looks like, who is this only went for 28? Chokus, Chokus, a nice pickup for 28.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that.
Very, very good value there.
This is his first player, but Bonafide opened the bidding and he actually got the player that he bid on opened with. Might have been the first time that we've seen that. It's definitely been more rare for that to happen than the opening player being outbid.
Another interesting point brought up in the chat by Mikaso is that if you're spending so much on just your top 2 picks, you're implying that you're never going to end up needing subs, and that everyone's always going to be doing their best 100% of the time. I mean, it's nice to have a little bit of depth, have a 5th or 6th that are solid as well.
That's definitely true. But I think from the people that have signed up, we've got an awful lot of depth of pretty decent players going all the way down. I see even like Super Diggler at 89th, and LeBron James, who are excellent NLTP players.
That's a good point. Perhaps the elite players, maybe their stock draft is market value is going down slightly just because they've got the competition that depth. You can't pick up one of the top. You could maybe pick up someone that's slightly below and be able to get just as good of a player.
And filling in, and I think a lot of these people are going to go for like just a few tag coins. I mean, Lou is like destroying an NLTP in that at 153. So there's a really strong group of people available to captains.
And looks like Checkmate is being bid for right now, 42 by Trendy Grub.
Lost it. Oh yeah. Anyway. Checkmate was really high on the big board. He might have been the second to top available player.
Yeah, I'm switching to this new sheet here for where they're updating the draft picks, but I think I see one thing missing is we don't see the remaining tag coins for each captain.
Right. There's another sheet available. That's the one that's been.
Is that one being updated?
That's the one that you're looking at is the one that's been updated, but the other
Right.
sheet has the points, but they stopped updating it after I think Buildercat was bid on, but it doesn't. That one there shows the budget that's left. And this one they're actually updating.
Yeah, I think I've been. Yeah, I was told that the captain's responsible for keeping track of their own budgets, but we've already seen so far a couple of legal bids from several captains, so it would be something to keep an eye on. It sounds like they might take a quick, brief pause after the first round to be able to address that.
Yeah,
maybe set something up, but
it's really, really important, and I think as the draft goes on, more captains are going to push over their available budget, and that's going to be like a real problem for the people that are moderating this, I think.
LeBron James is in chat here. I think his ears were burning. He heard his name mentioned. It looks like we got a large nomination by John Doe. Yes, for 15. LeBron James still salty about Terabot. I don't know if you guys watched the Battle of the Bots, but it was 4 different bots playing each other, and Terabot had basically the whole round was insisting that he was still better than LeBron James. So I don't see Terabot on the big board. That may be a mistake. And now Yes up to 42.
This was opened a bid with 15. It's probably the highest opening bid we've seen. But obviously it's pretty safe given it's going up to 42. And this is Sug with a bid of 42 there. Ledge with another illegal bid. He's only got 41 points available to him, and he's tried to bid 43.
Yep, and J. Doe calling it out pretty quickly. Still at 42. He's doing a very good job at moderating so far, being the auctioneer.
Yeah, there's kind of like 4 or 5 things that kind of have to happen in real time, and I think they're actually J. Doe and Frange are doing really well, keeping up with it. Given that they're both captains as well, I've actually been kind of impressed by how well they're keeping this up to date in order.
We got a little note here. Gem and Penguin are available for bidding.
I'm not entirely sure what that means.
I don't know. It seems like a little...
Gem is co-captain, I believe.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Gem has been picked.
Yeah, Gem's the co-captain, and Penguin... Oh, okay, Penguin's not.
Seems like a little bit of advertising there for Penguin.
Gem's co-captain.
Oh man, who was that? He just threw everyone off.
Now we're having confusion.
Oh please, plus, as they like to say.
Getting sidetracked here. Guess what happened here is Yes was sold to Isug for 42.
Yep.
And then now we have I don't know how to pronounce his name. ADHI.
Adi?
Adi.
I don't know.
People normally say. But it's obviously a very experienced, I believe, major league player. Minors.
Oh, it sounds like Penguin is not on the big board. I think he signed up very late, very close to the deadline. So that was what that was for.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
That makes sense.
Okay.
People probably weren't aware that he was available because they're. I'm guessing they're basing it off of the big board. So.
Yeah. No, Penguin, I'm sure will be in demand as well. But Adi's at 34, which is probably a decent deal. And he was sold to Left Nut, who I think will be pretty happy with that bid.
All right, sounds like we might be taking a brief intermission to update the packet, make sure we're keeping track of each captain's budget.
Right.
Yeah,
let's
I've started my own Excel file. I'm keeping track just in case things were behind.
Yeah. It gives us a time to, I guess, reflect on the first. Was that the first round of bids here?
Yeah.
So this is. I've got it pulled up here. I wish I could see the teams. Are those on the side?
There's a tab with each of the teams and their picks, which I assume is going to be updated now.
Okay.
The draft order and rosters.
Because that'd be nice to be able to see how that's going to end up laying out.
Yeah, I think that's the only thing that needs to be updated. But I'm pretty impressed actually with how well these two are keeping on top of things. So my main issue with the auction draft is kind of how chaotic it can get.
Yeah.
And I'm not entirely convinced by real life. But it's usually working okay.
Yeah, it's been working all right. I think J. Doe have been doing a great job. When there have been some little contentious debates, he's resolved them extremely quickly and kept things on track. So that's very important, and he's been doing a good job. Captains are doing a good job getting their bids in at a decent rate. It's been moving along pretty quickly. It's taken a little bit of time to get into the swing of things, but for the first, I mean, is this the first like league that's? I know we did a test round of doing something like this, but I'm not aware of any league that's done an actual auction draft yet.
I think CLTP's attempted them a couple of times with mixed results.
Okay.
And maybe something else in my mind has tried them. But yeah, there was the private major test. I think maybe there was a option tournament as well, just a one-off tournament.
Yeah, I participated in that. Went pretty well.
Yeah, and that went pretty well. And there was Ebola in charge of that.
Okay.
And I think it went pretty well.
Getting some comments, a lot of people in chat were saying that this seems to be more interesting to watch than the standard draft format that we've tried in other leagues before. I guess you would call that the I don't know what to refer to that as.
Snake draft.
Snake draft, yeah. So people seem to be enjoying this. There's a lot more strategy to it, if you ask me.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And it's I think already we're seeing some deviation between captains with their strategies. A few players going for upwards of nearly 70 tag coins, and then some captains haven't bid at all and just buy it, which is kind of interesting in itself, I think.
Yeah, I think each captain's probably got their own kind of strategy for doing that. Some are probably willing to spend most of their budget on their first two players, get a full starting lineup. Others might want to get a little more depth, and maybe even they'll be spending a lot more money on players that they want in later rounds too. I mean, we take that as a possible strategy that's a little risky, but each captain's probably got their own strategy that they're going for ahead of time.
Yeah, I think if you can bid on your fifth to eighth people, like even 5 tag coins, you're going to be picking up some pretty strong players in all of those slots. Because a lot of the captains will only be able to bid 1, maybe 2 points. So you can just outbid them pretty cheaply. You can have a very well-rounded team, I think.
So I've just received a copy of the draft packet. I'm wondering if that one was going to be used instead, or if they ran out of spots. I'm just trying to see where it's going to be updated. I see some players in here.
Oh, I see.
Is here, and he's going to be trying to help update the spreadsheet. We had a little bit of a delay in terms of keeping track of which captains had how many points left. And he didn't have permission before was the issue. So we're getting those problems sorted out. Talking about some of these drafts, we just saw the first round drafts go here.
Yeah, I have my own up-to-date thing, and it seems that about half of the captains still have 100 tag coins left.
So we could still see some players going for some very high amounts, and maybe they don't even have to spend as many on their first player if they're waiting this long.
I can't find a list of everything updated. Oh, here we go. So is Ebola right now is updating the rosters sheet. I'm not sure, nothing's happened yet.
I'm not seeing anything being updated at the moment. Maybe he's in there now. Yeah, it looks like Ebola's in there, bouncing around. Okay, I think he's in the process of updating this.
So as far as I can tell, 16 people have been picked so far, and no captains have got more than one person.
Yeah, I think that's correct. We had captains that were willing to spend almost all their points they could on the second person, but they got outbid, is what ended up happening.
And also not being able to bid it in the case of Krosky and Ledge.
Yeah, we had some illegal bids there as well.
I got outbid for Nub. I'm annoyed at Snowball, and I'm going to assassinate all his bids from now on.
All right, now you are seeing, it looks like the draft pack is being updated. I do see Slip and Jay Gibbs. Looks like they were able to pick up 2 players, Shab at 40 and Spaghetti at 14. Do you guys all have a copy of the new draft packet? Yeah, Doswall just sent it in the
okay.
chat. Yeah, and people are pointing out this is one of the larger leagues that we've tried this auction draft. Obviously, there's things to flush out, and they're looking at this as a learning moment here, as if we are considering it for MLTP. It went pretty well, except for this draft packet updating. But it seems like now that we've got enough players or enough people to be able to help with that, I think we should be able to get set and running pretty quickly here. Bull is getting all the first round players set in, and doing it pretty quickly, and we should be able to get back into the swing of things right after that. The actual bidding seemed to go pretty smoothly, actually.
Yeah, I thought it was going quite quickly. A bit of tactical bidding in the first one, with Who's King Richard, whoever they were, bidding quite high for Ginseng, and then as soon as it went to 41, just not doing anything.
Yeah, I'm going to look up who that is. King Richard here on the packet is Left Nut. Yep.
Left Nut.
All right, looks like people have a map test server up. If anyone's interested, for while we're waiting on this break, 8002 looks like.
I'm back. Sorry. Sorry. Something came up. Oh, thank you. They're still on this break?
Let me see what it looks like. Packet is still being updated. Okay, we're back. The looks like the order and roster has budget information now, and I think both players are coming. Sorry for people who joined that map test game, but we are back in action here. And Nuka Sasage is nominated by Ledge for $1. Pushed up to $5. Thanks again for your patience, guys. Up to 15 here by Yeah863. And that is Poppy.
I wish you could take this, but it's kind of annoying with just the weird names.
Yeah, that's another
but
thing
then
that I'd like to see. That seems to be a problem with the Reddit Live, is the Reddit names rather than the Tag Pro names.
Yeah.
We did try and work out before if we could add flares for everyone, but we couldn't work out how to do it. So we're just having to kind of go by people's names.
Yeah, it's kind of annoying. But then so it's Puppy, and then Ubernoob, and then Frange, and then Helen Keller, and then back to Puppy. And then now it's
Now Ledge coming in with 42.
Ledge
Is that a legal bid?
I'm pretty sure that's his third illegal bid. I think 41.
It should go back down to
most-
39 then. But it looks like people are still willing to bring it up. King Richard with it now.
Yeah.
And that is Left Nut again, as we were saying earlier, 44.
and King Richard had the opening bid. His name escapes me. Is this Asian? I'm not sure what that is. Let me see. Lichtner. Yeah, this is 39 is his maximum bid. I thought it was 41. Really keeps him bidding like 42 and 43 and 45. So I can see how that could be frustrating.
And we are joined by one of the captains here, Slip.
Hey,
What is your
can we ban Ledge for not doing simple math?
That's like the fourth time that he's made illegal bids here.
So I feel so sorry for the moderators. They've got enough to deal with. Ledge, there's one number he's got to remember. Doesn't seem to be able to do that. But it looks like Puppy has picked up. Oh goodness me. Nugasaki.
Nuga's sausage or whatever.
That
Slip.
works.
Slip.
Yeah.
What's your take on the auction draft so far? How do you like it?
I like it. It's fun. I kind of screwed up, but it's been fun.
Yeah, you've picked up Spaghetti.
I don't know who that is, to be honest.
You picked up someone. That's a surprising move.
Well,
Who had nominated Spaghetti? Was that wasn't you?
no, it wasn't.
Okay.
I really wanted Shaba, and I got Shaba, and I was happy. And then I think we saw Spaghetti, and we needed a defense, so it was one of the things that we were looking at. And we're like, yeah, let's get him, and we got him.
Yeah, very interesting. You still have 46 tag coins left.
Yeah, I don't want to ruin my strat.
Oh,
but,
Fresh is Fresh being nominated now? It looks like
Yeah,
Fresh
he
may
is.
have been nominated 10,
Yeah.
going once for 10.
Sold for 10, I believe.
Franch picked him up.
Sold to Franch for 10.
I think that's a bit of a overbid there by Frange, seeing as the next highest person said 3.
And seeing as it is Fresh. No, I'm just kidding.
Frisch is a good player, but he's obviously a little bit of a controversial character. But
A
I mean,
little bit.
10 could be an excellent bid.
I mean, that was by far. I mean, he even went for less than Spaghetti. Very good value pickup for sure. I'm not familiar with Spaghetti either, but
They've got no league experience, so maybe a bit of a dark horse, I think.
Oh, and we might now have someone be taken without getting bid on.
Yeah, Ledge is complaining that he does have 41, so I was correct with that. But he's bidding 42, 45.
it's true.
and
But you
also
bid
some numbers
42.
higher than
Oh,
41.
Trendy coming into the 15. Almost let Break go for
With
the
Break, yeah,
starting
no.
bid.
Break is a great player.
We've got,
Starting in 15.
Ball Don't Lie in the chat here is saying, in quotes, "Wow, amazingly, Ball Don't Lie is still left on the board. Could be a huge steal for teams."
Yeah,
I don't know if that's
some unbiased commentary.
yeah. Definitely unbiased opinion there. Looks like Break picked up by Frange for 16. Is that correct?
Oh, no.
Oh, no. The
no,
16
we
is
just-
incorrect.
just bid
Interesting that the Excel doc or the Google doc was updated before the pick was
Yeah,
actually
Bola is
announced.
updating it too quickly now. Well, Bola on his game tonight. Looks like up to 20 now. Break for wrote this down. It was Time Boy, I believe.
Bola must be a little skeptical of Break's value. He assumed that no one would bid above 16. Looks like, yeah, it is going Time Boy for 20.
So Gibbs was talking to me about the strat of when you're bidding, instead of doing 1 above, you should do like 5 or 6 above, just to scare the shit out of someone. I think it's
That's why-
stupid.
I don't
'Cause,
do 1 above, because if I go 1 above, people are just going to patiently call me, and they're going to be willing to bid a lot more than they would if I just went 5 more.
Right. Yep.
You think so?
Yeah. I think if you nominated someone who wanted them, I went 41, you'd go 42. If I went 45, you might think again.
It happened with ginseng. I think someone had it at 25, and then someone came in at 40, raising it 15, and that scared everyone else away. But someone at the very end, Franch came in to knock it up to 41.
And we have Ebola putting the player on the wrong team on the spreadsheet. Break was taken by Time
Oh,
Boy.
the second time.
Oh yeah,
still,
yeah. No, that's not the right. Yeah, that's actually.
He's still being. Oh wait, is that correct? Break got picked up by Franch for 20. Is that correct?
He was picked up by Time Boy
Oh,
for 20.
Yeah, no, that's That's good time boy. And now we've got Maurice. It's been pretty high bits, 48 for Puppy, which is pretty high.
I think it's
But,
Maurice, right?
Yeah.
Oh, Poppy at the bit. I see. Yeah.
I think Maurice is pretty good.
Yeah, no, he's yeah, definitely.
Especially not knocking the current left undrafted, but I think of those, Maurice is definitely one of the top.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. Still a lot of good players to go though, and it goes up to 50 with Puppy. That's half of all of his points, and he's still got to put on several more players.
Poppy
He
gets
just
it
bit
for 50.
50. Right, so he's got 5 points.
That's
Looks like we've got the draft packet updated correctly. Poppy gets getting 7 for 50, leaving only 5 points left for Poppy. And then Break did get picked up by Time Boy for 20.
I don't even got someone yet.
5 points for 4 players. I think we'll find later on that there's a lot of decent players that can go for 1 point.
Only one of the people that I wanted's gone so far. There's a couple which I have my eye on, but only one which I actually wanted.
So, are you guys familiar with the rules of the league?
Vaguely.
In what respect?
So, what would happen if I released Jay Gibbs? Would I get like points back that I could spend on the free agency?
Don't be silly. It was free.
I'm not sure.
You're stuck with him. Sorry, man.
Ah, it's Gibbs. My team name is named after him.
You gotta change the name.
I have to change the name, really?
If you let go of Jake Gibbs.
Oh. Well, then it'll stand even better if.
So Mick Eddie's going up to 15. Trinity Grub and Bronze and Puppy bidding on him. He's obviously a very talented attacker, but he's on my NLTP team, so I might say that. I think 16 for Bronze, yeah. And it's interesting. Trinity's my co-captain in NLTP, and then Franch knows McDaddy pretty well as well. So it's interesting seeing as these two there in the bidding.
Thought I'd make a bid based on your recommendation there. E.
Oh, very nice, Jay. I'm impressed.
I figure I need at least one player on my team. I mean, I'm good, but I can't carry a team by myself.
Oh, you could try. It'll be interesting.
Yeah, I'll get at least 2 caps.
And going twice for 18.
Looks like you're gonna get him, Loj.
You might get him if no one bids. Here, there's sold. Congratulations to Loj. A nice pickup of who was that?
McDaddy.
Yeah, MacDaddy for 18. Good value pick.
No, he's a very talented attacker.
Yeah,
Definitely. I think it's a good. I think it's a good price.
especially for your first player. That was a good.
Yeah. For that.
And we're left with 7 teams with no drafted players as of yet.
Yeah, I think teams are going to have to start. Teams that don't have any players are really going to have to start being a bit more aggressive about picking up some of these really quality players that are left.
Life is good on the clock to nominate here.
Dwarf Fortress.
Yeah, Dwarf Fortress on the block 20.
He's a really good player. I don't know if he's got any league experience, but he's very well known on the Radius server. And it's a very solid defender.
Yeah, I'm looking at him on the big board here. No league experience, but as you say, Radius player. Decent pub stats as far as his webs there. But yeah, it goes to show you don't need to have league experience. You just got to get noticed in pubs.
Yeah, no, he's very well known. Definitely, he's known to be a very friendly player as well. And maybe his lack of other tag pro commitments might help their team as well. So this Frange with the highest bid there, yeah, 22. No, I think it's a solid pick for Frange there, and it's not Frange's first player. I think it might have filled up his top 4 now.
Yeah, Franz doing pretty well. He's already got 5 players now.
Yes,
Picking up Fresh for 10, Dwarf Fortress for 20.
Wow.
He's down to
And Ginseng, yeah. Wow, I think he's got 5 players.
still at 29 points left too, if that's correct.
20 minus 22 for Dwarf Fortress hasn't been updated yet. So he's got 7 points, I think.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
Because Ginseng was 41, Fresh was 10, so that's 51. And then the 22 would make that 73. So he'd be having 27 left, actually. I think the math is incorrect there.
Oh, yeah, okay, I see. Yeah, no, it's not right on the roster, but you're right. That's exceptional bidding, I think, by Frange.
Yeah, he's been playing very well, or bidding very well, and picking up a lot of players, too, for cheap.
Yeah.
What do you think of his team so far? Because I don't really recognise many of those names. I know Ginseng, obviously. I know Fresh simply because he's a loudmouth, but I don't know. I don't know how good he is, and how good is Dwarf Forest. I know Ginseng does really well in minors in Europe, and does pretty well in majors here.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, exceptional.
So, what do you think of Fresh and Dwarf Forest?
Dwarf Fortress.
Fortress, sorry.
I know they're both talented players. They're quite different personalities, and it'll be interesting to see how that works out in Frange's teams. But Frange is an experienced player. For sure.
I don't mean to cut in, but we do have Kreese being nominated now. I can speak to him. He's on my NLTP team, and very, very competent offensive player. We call him a wizard, actually. We refer to him on our team just with the level of play he's got. Interesting thing about him, though, is that he does not have a mic. So people have kind of been comparing him to like Real Duck in that regard. Is a very competent player and doesn't even need a mic to be able to do so. But
yeah, he's also very well known and on Radius as well. So it doesn't surprise me even for 30, even with his limited league experience.
Yep, definitely. That's a very good pickup for Ubernub.
Very confident player. Yeah.
We had a last season for ELTP. We had a Friday was on my team and played minors with me. Didn't have a mic, but a very good player. Got picked up. Actually, first pick. I think first or second pick of the entire thing was Zumga Panda's captain. Has like the most hold time in majors at the moment, other than Deadnan. Doing very well.
Yeah, definitely.
Are you guys familiar with how the free agency is going to work?
No, I would definitely be interested in hearing from someone that did. So I think it's going to be important for how captains bid here, because I believe that leftover points are going to be transferred over to the free agency.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh yeah, that's a good point.
That's all I know.
They'll want to probably leave some left over for free agency, and that may be the tipping point for some captains that are not blowing their points so early. Is they'll be able to pick up maybe some solid free agents later in the draft or in the season.
Especially if you're connected in the MLTP community, you'll know people that are going to sign up before they do.
Yeah, and I know there are a lot of players out there that are waiting to see how exactly RLTP is going to be ran. And if it's ran well, they're going to sign up, like kind of like hedging their bets just in case it falls apart.
Yeah, no, that's a good point. You don't want to commit there's a lot of unknowns. But I mean, I think Jado and Franch are kind of running the show, and they're both very committed to this, and they've
Wow.
got good organizational skills.
While we weren't paying attention, LeBron James sold for 11 to Ledge.
I think that's a steal. It's
Unbelievable. Yeah.
That's a great pickup.
I mean, that's one more than Fresh. I mean, that's wow. LeBron James. I guess Terabot is better. But yeah, that's a solid pickup for 11 points.
Hold on. Ledge does not have 11 points.
Oh.
It
looks like he does on my sheet.
I think does he not?
I see him picking up Stan for 55. Has he picked anyone else up?
Yeah, he got someone else for like 50.
I need slip.
Must be missing it on the sheet here.
Can I steal slip, please?
Go for it.
The thing was that Ledge bid a lot, but didn't end up getting the person. Bid illegally, but ended up getting that person.
Oh, what? I thought he got Stan, then he got someone else. Oh, was it Pappy? Oh, never mind.
Yeah, no, I think.
Oh.
I think it's,
Oh, and I've just spammed the thing by accident. My internet sucks.
Hello, Jay.
Well, Jay, you're making a scene here.
Jay
So
will
mind
probably
game.
hop in here and
Games.
set things sort things out. Yep, he has cleaned it up.
Or Ledge. He doesn't need to be more confused.
J-Do with some harsh words.
Oh, cutting.
Oh, doing a good job though. I have to commend him.
I hope he's drinking beer right now in copious quantities.
Life is good. Now on the clock to nominate.
Romulus, another NLTP attacking star. Definitely dipping down into NLTP pretty hard now. I expect him to go for quite a few points, 70 over 20. Sug and Romulus were on the same team last season in NLTP, and same with Trendy.
Yeah, it's nice seeing some NLTP players, even people with no experience, but NLTP players even getting a little bit of love early in the draft here, second round. Yeah, Romulus definitely a competent player as well. He's already up to 20 by, I think that's Chelsea FC.
Correct. Yeah, and it's CB13 with 21. These are all people that are featured in NLTP, and so they're the major league captains. They're keeping a bit quiet. But I think Romulus could easily be a competent starting player. And I'd say 2021, it's going to be a pretty good deal.
Oh, coming in.
That was sneaky.
That was very clutch there by, who is this Peck X? I haven't seen them bid yet.
Yeah, I don't know. I'll look it up.
Let me look.
It's Barterfart. Out of nowhere.
No. He got someone.
Yeah, he got
Chokas.
Yeah, I guess I wasn't paying close attention. Again, it's those different Reddit names that can throw us off a little bit, but that was coming at the last second there.
Yeah.
And you might have him with that.
No, Romulus is just going to be a nice bit. Yeah.
There it is.
That's really nice. And so he's only been so now Bonafide has Fadelace, Chokas, and Romulus, and still got 50 points in reserve. So that's a nice little team.
Yeah.
He's got going on there, I think.
Ginseng on chat here asking why the hell his team got Fresh.
He's not the starting lineup, it looks like, at this point.
I mean, I'm sorry, people, he's a very vocal guy, but for 10 points, yeah, he's definitely a valuable pick there. There's a good value.
He's worth it. Just send him to the other team channel and just.
He's actually a very competent player, and someone with his skill, 10 points is an absolute steal. And Franch can kind of keep his attitude in check. I think that's going to be a very good pickup.
This is going to be a very interesting bid as Liddy did LTV player. And a very played for a very long time. We'll see how much his value is.
Ebola saying it's
very
low
nice, yeah.
time. Well, here we go. Loj coming up 30. We're bidding on Lidlid. Is that how you pronounce it? Lidlid?
Yeah.
Yeah. I wonder if people know what his availability is like, because
It's Liddy. He's always on. He has the most time out of like any player.
Yeah. No, I played with Lid on Radius when it's about 7 a.m. in England. So I think his availability is pretty open.
Mikasa thinking people are going to inflate his price, but he hasn't happened yet. Loj might get him for 33. Could be a steal.
It could be a game changer.
I think that's a very good.
And there it is, sold to Loj.
Excellent.
I think it's a very good pickup by Loj.
Yeah,
wait, is he in the channel here? Oh, congratulations.
That's Loj, Devil, and Liddy on one team.
Oh yes.
Very aggressive.
Give me time. I'm going to get more European players. Mac Daddy's going to be the minority.
What's your ping on Radius, Loj? Is it less than 100?
About 120.
Okay.
That's dealable easily. My FPS is the main problem, but I'm getting a new laptop soon, and that'll just easily sort it.
Because I sometimes play on the European servers, and it's under 100. So I'm wondering if yours is a little bit high compared to some other European players, or if that's.
It might just be at certain times. We've got quite a few people on. I'm in a student house. There's 4 of us in here. But I think when I'm actually having to be on at midnight or whatever to play, it should be settled down.
Right. Hey, McGaddy, congratulations on getting picked up.
Looks like Autis on the clock to nominate. Taking his time here, he might forfeit his chance if he doesn't nominate quickly. I believe they only have 30 seconds to nominate.
And in general, there's a few major league players that I'm kind of surprised haven't been nominated yet. I won't drop them just because I don't want to affect the auction too much. But we'll see how long it takes for them to get out there.
Oh, this is he's about to. Alice is about to get skipped over.
I mean, getting skipped on your nomination isn't the end of the world.
Oh, there we go. Just
the Bob's for
got in there in the
-1.
last seconds.
I don't know if -1 is an accurate bid.
I don't know if he's got like a dash in there to differentiate the 18 and the 1. Probably back in a second.
Big money going for Bob here. Bob, one of my favorite people in Tag Pro. I've been playing with him for a long time.
He's on my minus team in Europe.
Maybe some money for the experience there. People looking for some people or captains looking for some players that have been for a while in the midst of all the RLTP players.
Alright, I'm back. Oh, 45 for the Bob.
Wow, he's going pretty highly so far.
I'm surprised by how high this is. Oh.
46
Chelsea
now.
the
Chelsea
last
FC
second, but
coming in. $46 going once.
We'll see if Trendy is going to let that go. Maybe Trendy was trying to bid everybody else up here.
And twice, and this looks like Chelsea may end up coming away with the pick here. Sold.
And just from how that went, I'm pretty sure the Trendy was just trying to get Chelsea to spend more.
And it looks like it happened. It was successful. Chelsea left with not many points left. Looks like that's going to be maybe 14 points, 12 points left for Chelsea FC.
Still with a solid team now.
Yeah, definitely.
The Bob on TPR inside and all.
So Franz has nominated Schwed for one. Schwed is another very competent NLTP defender.
Not to be confused with Schwedies,
Or
an
Schwede.
NLTP captain. Or Sweaty.
I'm not entirely sure what these names mean, but I assume it means something.
It's
I
a
believe
Saturday
that's
Night Live reference, I believe.
Sweaty Balls.
Sweaty Balls, yeah.
Oh,
There's a company named Sweaty Balls, and they made
Meatballs or something. Meatballs, I think it was.
That's
I
what it
can't
was, yeah.
huh.
Yeah, it's funny. You get these very well-known players, and then you get other people that come up with the same idea to get the name. I don't think it's they're copying. I just think that they happen to come up with the same inspiration.
Yeah,
I saw someone named Ebola on pubs the other night, and I asked him if it was, or he had a pub group named it. I asked him if he was Ebola, and he's like, "Oh no, I was just, apparently he's just trying to be topical."
Pop culture reference.
Yeah. Although Ebola, definitely, let's talk about Ebola here. Beat the punch on that. I mean, what a gold mine of an account name with the news. I know it's not good, but everyone's talking about him.
Ebola should be in the stock market. Apparently, he's really good at anticipating.
He definitely anticipated that. I think he's been around for a while. I'm not sure which push he was a part of, but.
So Schwed was sold to VZ for 17. That's a pretty good deal.
Good deal for a competent NLTP defender. So that was definitely a nice pickup by VZ. Looks like Khaleesi is being bid now for 10.
Why was Puppy skipped? I'm not entirely sure.
He might have chose to not nominate someone. I don't know. Or maybe he only has 4 left, I believe, or five left. So.
Oh my goodness. Maybe he had to leave, so this way he bid on these good players and used up almost all his points.
Or it's possible that he could have nominated someone, and if he wasn't very good, then everyone else could have just forced him.
Looks like Ledge is involved here on the bid for Khaleesi.
I think Khaleesi is someone that couldn't go for low, end up going for like 30 or more.
Yeah. No, people have been pretty cautious with their bids, but I think she'll. Yeah, I'd be surprised if she went for definitely under 20, and we're at 18 right now. That's gonna be a good deal for Time Boy if he gets it. He's been very active. How many? He's already got 4 people. Yeah, CB13 bumping up to 19.
I'll drop some insider knowledge here.
Yeah.
One of my friends, JJ, is CB13's co-captain, and I know he's very high on Khaleesi, so I'm not surprised at all to see his team going in for her.
Going twice. Will anyone jump in here at the last second as Khaleesi at 19 and sold to CB13?
That's a good pickup.
I think it's a really good pickup, yeah.
It's going to be a dominant defensive pairing, I think, because JJ has like the right skill set to work with Khaleesi.
That's going to be very good.
And Left Nut getting his chance to nominate a player. He's nominating Chuggles for 10.
That would, if you got Chuggles, that would complete his starting lineup, and that would be very strong. Left Nut, Tojo, and Eddie.
And Chuggles with minors experience, Radius main player. Decent position on the big board. He might go for at least 30 here. Already up to 25.
Surely Leech can't bid that much.
Let's see what Lech has. Yeah, he still has 34, so I don't know if he can bid 33. 31. 31, he can do that. Yep. That would leave him 3 with 3 picks to go. So that is his maximum bid now, 31. Already up to 38 here, bidding on, I forgot who this was now.
Gibbles.
Yeah, Gibbles.
Chuggles.
Chuggles is a good player.
Chuggles. Yeah.
39. That's a lot of points.
Yeah, so far into the draft, that's one of the higher
It's
ones
only-
I've seen.
Tojo bids 40.
40.
Times.
Yep.
It's almost equal with Ginseng, which I still think is the standout steal.
Again, there, I just think it was just the first pick. People weren't ready to bid high, and Franz he's been putting together quite the team so far. Taking advantage of those situations like that. Looks like 42 now is the bid by Tojo brings it back up to 45.
And in the same vein, I think one of the best picks so far is we called out earlier, is just the Bacon going for 27 for Whiskey.
Yeah,
I think if he was nominated now, he'd go for at least 35 or 40. So great pickup.
Yeah, I agree. That's very, very surprising.
Up to 46, we might get up to 50 here for. Boy, I keep losing Chuggles. Yeah.
46 is bid on by Jesus, who is
Tojo now up to 47.
Jesus is draft. Jesus. Yeah, that's what I was saying. Thanks.
Jesus back up to 48.
This is really high for Chuggles, so I hope he's watching this.
50.
And there is the 50 by Tojo. How many points does Tojo have? Has he picked anyone up yet?
He picked up Eddie for 34. So he's
Who is
66,
Tojo? I don't see.
66. He's the co-captain for Left Nut.
Left.
Yeah. Left Nut's co-captain, yeah.
Gotcha.
They have Adi for 34, as we said. And Dope / Jesus. No one. So Jesus has more spending power right now if he wants to go all in, basically.
Apparently, there's an illegal bid here by Tojo His Life.
No, wait.
I don't know about
Tojo?
that. I see 66 points.
He's 66. Yeah, no, that's what I see.
Oh,
So his highest.
Zach Barnett bid 52. Who is
Oh,
that?
this. I'm pretty
Zach
sure he can
Barnett.
bid 55, but
Zach Barnett is Jesus, and he can bid up to 95. So
Yeah, I don't see why that was an illegal bid at 55 by Tojo.
Left Nut / Tojo can bid up to 62 at this point.
Yeah, I'm not sure
Yeah.
what the illegal bid was. Our captain's incapable of keeping track of one number.
Jado's.
Is
Wow.
Chuggles minors?
Chuggles, he might be minors, he might be LT, sure. I'll look that up.
Wow, he's up to 60. Baller on a budget. Not on a budget, clearly, as he's bidding 60 points.
62. Wait,
What a call. What a call.
I think Dope was just outbid by his co-captain, which should be surprising. Oh no. Yes. That's very
Really?
confusing. Yeah, Dope and then.
Oh,
and
they dropped it
Jesus.
back down to 60 then. Sold. Oh, we didn't even have first or second. Oh, no, there was the
The
twice, I guess.
60. Yeah,
Yeah.
there we go.
Chuggles being a early
That was a
player.
mess. But 60 for Chuggles is very impressive.
And it was Dope and Jesus's first pickup during this draft, so they definitely had plenty of room to spare here to pick up
Yeah.
Chuggles for 60.
I wonder if they're getting a little bit itchy about the available players left,
Yeah.
forming their core top 4 players.
No disrespect to Chuggles, but I think that might have been a little bit of a panic from Jesus trying to pick up.
I agree. I mean, Chuggles is a really good player, but I don't know if I would bid 60.
And here's one of the players now on the auction block that I thought nominated a while ago. Hold my balls. See what the value for him is.
There's still a few captains that haven't picked up any players. I think Dope just picked up Chuggles. That hasn't been updated as far as I can see. But there's still 3 captains that haven't.
Hold My Ball's getting a lot of action here as well on the bidding, up to 32, 35 now by
Surprised to see this go up
Krosky.
to. Would not be surprised to see this go up to 50.
We're still getting people hammering on Ledge. I know he made a few mistakes early on, but let's see how much he has left. Ledge has 34 points, so bidding 31 is
30.
eligible. 31
is his max.
Yep.
Must be very disheartening when you go over your limit time and time again.
People start giving you crap for your.
He did place 3 or 4 illegal bids, so I understand, but people need to do the math rather than assuming that he's incorrect.
If all else fails, just have a go at them. Psychological games are winning the end.
As Ledge says, would you stop typing my name and read the spreadsheet? A bull has made a column.
Crosskeeper's 46. They must be really close to his limit as well.
Yeah, up to 47 now by Tojo. Tojo and Left Nut. They only have Adhi right now. Is that correct, or did they pick someone else up?
Adi.
Adi, thank you. Is there anyone else they picked up, or I can't remember?
Just Adi.
Oh, just Adi, okay. So they've got a little bit of room to go. Adi for 34 leaves them 66 to play with. Pushing up to 49.50 here for Krosky.
We're bidding on Holcomb balls.
Krosky only has Macon Bacon so far. He's got plenty of room to go as well. He's actually got 73. We got 2 captains with 100. Otis Troball and Life is Good and Kanadzian. And also Han Keller Yosarian.
Is Krosky yes?
Krosky
Yes.
Krosky plays offense, yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, Krosky's
So you're wanting a good defender then?
Him and Tyrus are the offensive pair there, and then if he managed to get Macon Bacon as well, Macon with Homo Balls, that'd be a pretty solid lineup. I'd be proud of that.
He's up to 55. He's still got plenty of room to go. At 73 is his ceiling. People are saying Franz's budget is incorrect. Let's see. Oh, yeah, it says 29. It should be 27. Is anyone able to send Bola a message to let him know that Franz should have a budget of 27 left rather than 29?
Yeah.
Thanks.
I'll just find him.
Although I thought it was automatically updating, so I'm confused as to why it's...
Yeah.
I think there might have been an issue with the cutting and pasting of break before. They had break in, and I think Dwarf Fortress was 2 more points, which might be with the discrepancies.
So it looks like Tojo and Left Nut were able to sneak in and pick up Hold My Balls for 58. Very, very high value for Hold My Balls. You should feel good about that.
That is really high. I don't know much about Hold My Balls, so I've been a little bit quiet about this. But that seems awfully high.
So far, the highest value for a second pick, and even with first picks, it puts them in pretty high up there. So highly contested over, and I think you were right. Krosky really wanted him. I think that inflated the value quite a bit, and in the end, he elected to yield it over, and he's still got plenty of room left in his ceiling here to pick up some other players that he's interested in.
K-Power's up. Chelsea FC bid, the opening bid, and also Trinity bids twice. Bids himself. K-Power is obviously a very competent defender. He got called off to minors from NLTP and is still an NLTP captain.
Yeah, K-Pow on the block now, up to 20 already by Kazoo. Kazoo's team has 31 to go, so they're using quite a bit. They picked up Raven for 69, one of the highest players, tied with Lutefisk, and trying to use a good portion of their remaining tag coins on K-Pow here.
So
CB13 is taking a very bold strategy in the chat here for Twitch TV. He is asking who wants to be nominated. So I think he's going to the crowd for this one, pandering to the crowd. Very interesting. I don't know if he's going to go for the first person that responds or what. That'd be very interesting.
Is a people person.
It looks like Loj wants to be nominated. I think he's a captain and likely ineligible.
Oh God, yeah, you're right.
I think K-Power for 20 tag coins is a really good deal. given his experience and abilities to lead
He
teams as
was
well.
he was on my list, which Devil had given me of people he thinks would be quite good. But Devil reckoned go less than 20, and it seemed like he was going to carry on. It seemed like Kazoo was going to carry on bidding. I didn't really want to go too much over 20.
Yeah, Kazoo only left with 11 tag coins, one of the lower captains right now in terms of remaining budget. But was able to pick up Raven, very highly contested after, so be interesting to see how the rest of the team falls in line. He's got a nice, solid starting 4 here. Looks like Killam coming back up on the clock now, 23, or actually he's on the block, 24 now.
I believe this is the Ukilum is the defender, not the attacking one.
Right, again, there we have a multiple
defender.
people with similar names, yep.
I believe that's the case. Someone can verify that. But he's obviously a very competent defender. So I think 27 would be a pretty fair price for him. And so that's the Sug bid 27, and then oh my goodness,
He just upbid himself.
It looked like there was some confusion between who had that active bid.
Asug and Bonaparte both bid 27, but I think Asug's came in first. But then Bonaparte just bumps it up to 29. So
Who is Trank, whatever?
that's Asug.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, there was a little confusion. He shouldn't have had to bid up to 28, but it looks like doesn't matter. He still bids are going up to 29 now, going twice, very quickly. Pekex, which I'm not sure who that is.
Bonaparte.
Bonaparte coming in with 29, and he's going to end up getting it.
That's a pretty good deal. I mean, he's a very strong defender, definitely. But
I think if he just left it there at 27, he would have got it first. Bonaparte wouldn't have realised that he'd actually said it first. He would have got it for 27.
Yeah, I think you're right.
If he'd not bet 28.
Bonaparte, though, interesting draft strategy. Look at his pickups. Chokas for 28, Romulus 22, Ukilum 29. Very competent players. Low budgets for them, getting some nice value. He's still at 21 points left, even though he's already drafted 3 players.
Mm-hmm. And S is up next, and he's already up to 40. S is obviously an extremely competent defender.
Yeah, 42 now, trendy grub.
And the majors. I'm surprised that he's taken this long to be bid on, to be nominated. But already up to 45.
What's going on? My thing is frozen. Who's that been nominated?
S. E. S.
Oh, okay.
He's a major league defender.
Right.
At least most weeks, maybe. But I'd be surprised if he didn't go over 50 at this point. But Trendy Grub picks him up for 45. Who's Jado's co-captain. And I think that's assuming he's available, that's a really good deal.
Otis still not with anyone. Life is Good, not with anyone. Helen Keller, not with anyone.
Yeah, I think I've seen Life is Good posting and
yeah.
Artists, but I hope Helen Keller's actually.
And he's in here with us, so he's definitely around.
Yeah, it looks like Jado picks up S for 45. Is that correct?
Yeah.
And
I think it's good. That's a good deal for sure.
I don't want to call anybody out for trying to cheat or anything, but I think it might be a little respect to have the person running the auction of being the captain of a team, even though the co-captain is drafting for him.
Yeah.
I think we trust John as captains. We all kind of trust him.
Yeah.
There's a lot of.
He's a
lot of just. Sorry, Cam.
He's on my NLTP team. Push channel we're in now. He's very trustworthy.
Yeah, he's also him and Franj are co-commissioners. So if it started off with a commissioner cheating, I think it will kind of spell the end quite quickly for RLTP. I don't think he wants to risk that.
Yeah, exactly. And I do want to say too, I think personally he's been doing a great job keeping this auction moving. So props to him. I know it's got to be tough. So he's
for sure.
Yep, definitely doing a good job. Looks like right now we've got almost J-Mart coming up for 31 now. Take Helen coming in at the last second to bid up Otis.
I really thought I was going to get him because I bid 29 after going twice, but never mind.
Life is good. What's been your strategy so far in this draft? Just out of curiosity.
So I looked at all the big board, and I think there's still like 8 to 9 really good players left, and so if everyone else wastes their money, I can just spend 10 to 20 tag things on them, and then I know there's going to be a bunch of free agents, so I'm saving a little bit of money for the free agency, and like no one's drafted Miltsteak, no one's done Mars, no one's done Ballparks, no one's done Deadman, no one's done Anne Frank, no one's done Curry, no one's done Fapster, no one's done Mikaso, and I don't think anyone's done Mr. Joe Hobo yet. So
also, just so you know, I'm another captain and I'm in the same thing as you, so I can hear your strategy.
Also, we're broadcasting all those names to listening, just so you know.
Before I was in here, I was listening to the stream.
Oh, whatever. Fine.
Shoot.
I'm not. I've already got at least 3 people who you've not mentioned who I'm looking for. So. Oh, and
now you have to name them, because look at me.
Sorry, guys. I take partial responsibility for that one.
That's not how this works. There you go. Life is good. Straight away. Mikaso straight up by Snowball.
Fuck you guys.
I don't think Snowball will have heard this though, because there's a bit of a lag on the stream, like about 20 seconds.
That's true. There's a 20 or 30 second lag on the stream, so that wasn't coincidental.
That's just bad luck.
Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't matter if people hear who I want to draft, but I'm just saying there's still a lot of depth.
Yeah, I wasn't really looking for names. I was mainly looking for just a
strategy.
On Ron Swanson TV, I give the truth. I don't know.
The hard-hitting facts.
Yeah, no, I appreciate it. You're laying it all out for everyone. Yeah.
Are you gonna try and bid on him, because it's going twice? Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
I was worried we were kind of distracting you and keeping
that would
you
not
away
be
from
good.
the bid. No, just like fuck, I've lost him. Talking to you idiots.
Come on, give me one player. I just want Mikaso.
26 is pretty low. I mean, to be honest, I think he's probably go for like 40 or something.
Yeah, I think 26 for Mikaso is like such a steal, because he plays majors.
Yeah,
and
you have no idea how tempted I was to just bet 27 there.
Well, congratulations. Life is good. Ended up getting him for 26, regardless of revealing a strategy to all. Very good job picking up your first player there. I think that's a solid first pick there for Mikaso.
Yeah. That's really nice, but I wonder what Mikaso's ping is like all the way up in radius. I understand he lives in Argentina, is that right? So
Correctamundo.
And Messi on the...
That even sounded like Jack Black.
An interesting nomination here in that I don't think Messi has good ping to radius at all.
Oh, really?
Oh, okay.
Oh, that's interesting.
That changed my mind.
I was a little bit worried about Mikaso's ping, but it said that his main server is pi, so from pi to radius, I didn't think it would be that much of a jump.
Well, he's in Brazil, I believe. So it's kind of like 100 plus to all the US.
Oh, it's me.
Well, Messi went very quickly for 11 points
11
to
points, yeah.
Sasid, which is Time Boy.
But Messi's an excellent tackler.
That's a really good
I would have
steal.
quite liked Messi, because he's on my team and he's a very good player.
Yeah.
But why are people now betting big on my thing? Fuck everyone.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, cool.
Orb is up for 25 now, going once.
I can bid on him.
I'm just gonna go up by 1 each time. I'm gonna go up by 1 each time just to piss them off.
Hey, you should name some players that you're not interested in, but pretend you're interested in them, just to throw people off.
I'm interested in
Drama. He's not in the
Penguin.
draft.
Yeah, he's not in. He's in the draft pack. He's not in the big in the big board or whatever.
He's on the big board on row 237, from what I can see.
Wait, where'd you want to
Wait.
go?
Orb said he can't. What? Oh my god! Do I risk it?
Go for it. Let's see.
You could go over to... Maybe he's in ELTP Mumble right now. I don't know.
Call a timeout.
There's a timeout on the field.
And there's a flag on the previous play under review, guys. Looks like we are bidding on Orb, and there's some contention on whether or not he's in. We may be skipping going to the next person, coming back to this. Actually, John's out taking a bathroom break here.
I'm going to find Orb. He's probably playing ELTP at the moment, but I'll go check.
I'm going to take a 30-second intermission myself, grab something to drink. I will be back shortly.
So we're just consolidating everything and hopefully oh my goodness, there's something. This big board, the formatting's all messed up for me. I'm not sure what's going on. I hope that gives people a time to catch up. Captains time to consider their next moves. A lot of teams, Front already has 5 players, and a lot of teams have got their top 4 established. But at the other end, there's 3 captains, from what I can see, haven't picked up any players and just kind of biding their time.
Holy shit, this is gonna take 2 more hours? Please.
Seems like Ebola, who made the big board, seems to have quite a bias against LTV players. They're all very bottom
Yeah,
of the list.
they're all. I'm not entirely sure why that is.
Is the 100 tag coins for all 8 players, or just...
Just the 5 or the 6 picks you make for the auction.
6. There's 6 picks. Wait, yeah.
Well, so the interesting thing is that they carry over into the free agency, is my understanding, which kind of is a bit of a game changer. I'm not sure how well some of the captains understand that, but definitely I think some captains are playing off that and really banking on some really good players signing up in the free agency.
Yeah, very good points. I didn't mean to interject. Sorry. I saw something on the chat here. It looks like we're discussing a little bit of reflection on how it's going. Someone mentioning that looks like one team outbid themselves, shouldn't just allow that to slide. I do want to mention they didn't actually allow that to slide. The team that outbid, John Doe caught that and actually went with the first bid of the team. So it did roll back.
Orb is not playing. Which is one of my secret people got, and I now need to bet more hastily on offense players. So,
and now you've told that to all the other captains as well.
Oh no!
Watching here on live on Sponson TV.
So basically, if you want, you can outbid Low J, and he'll be forced to bid higher.
Yeah, basically, unless it's someone I know, because no one else will know the players I'm bidding for.
Ajax Stereos. I've not heard of this player.
Neither actually. That's the first person I haven't heard of. Apologize.
Well, it looks like CB13 is on the clock to nominate. He has nominated Ajax for 1. He's already up to 10 by Otis.
That's interesting. They've got no league experience. But
Mostly defense, but very good defense score actually. Better defense score than half the people in NLTP on this league, to be honest.
He's a central player. He might get lag though to Radius.
True. Oh no, he's a Radius player. According to the big board. Big board says he's Radius.
125 degrees as well. So obviously a bit of a...
Yeah, got higher D score than Holman Bulls, in fact.
Two quick bids for 15. Looks like Tech Pro Helen able to get the early bid on it. Tech Pro's Helen's probably has it. Otis coming in with 16 now.
Yes, this is a Radius player, but Radius is my most common server. I don't think I've actually... I don't recognize them. But 16 points could be an excellent pickup for Ajax there.
And we are already going twice. Could be pickups. Helen comes in last second for 17.